God. What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I right? Something's not right. Nothing's never right. We'll try it again. I know, delayed it already.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
I got him!
So don't get cocky.
This is about what's going to happen.
Welcome to DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, is TikTok entering beast mode, and a couple buys a fire truck and does more harm than good, and a child goes blind because of his strange but normal diet, and a teacher tells her class, I heard your fart smell. All this and much more we discuss here on DeaconLive for the next 60 minutes or so. We'll get you up to date on social news stories and viral clips and videos that you might have missed over the last 7 days, or we'll be talking about it here in the upcoming few. How are you? How are things going? Are you doing all right? Are you getting along with everyone? Are you doing all right? Are you surviving with the whole TikTok shutdown? Oh my God, TikTok shut down! I'm going to end the world. Listen, America. I all the stuff I told you over the last however many years I was on TikTok, I just want you to know it was all a lie. It was a lie. Everything I told you, he's really my brother. You know, I really didn't date a billionaire. I really did. And people were getting pissed. All these influencers and stuff said, psych, kidding. I was just joking. Why would you do that? First of all, if you got a good running scam going, just keep going with it. Just keep going on and just move it over to a different platform. No, a lot of these influencers, we're trying to get, the likes, the like bucks, all the fictional money that they have out there for the likes and clicks. And they said, my last one, I'm going to say, this is the dun dun dun, breakdown. And then TikTok goes away and then comes back like within 14 hours. It was just a reboot. They just had to shut it down and tweak a little bit here and put some guardrails up here and then say, okay, all right, fire it back up, Joe, or Tommy Chong. Go ahead and fire that back up. And the funny thing is, I'm sitting in the kitchen on a Saturday afternoon, and my dad walks in the kitchen. My dad's 78 years old, and he walks in the kitchen and goes, TikTok's back on. So, I mean, what are the parallels of that? My dad, who's 78 years old, comes to me, my wife and I, who are very young, comes in the kitchen and has to tell us that TikTok's back on. And I'm like, get out of here. And, I scroll on. Sure enough, it's on. Now, some people out there went to the extreme of deleting it off of their phone entirely. What are you, a fucking moron? Jesus Christ. Some TikTok users have made a pretty big mistake, which means they can't get the app on their phone despite being brought back by Donald Trump. I don't know if he physically brought it back. I think there's a lot more than him, but he'll take credit for it. He'll take credit for everything. Over this past weekend, January 19th, users of the popular social media app found that they were no longer able to download the app from the Apple Store, Google, or any known app stores in America. It would say, sorry, TikTok is not available right now. Now, the message continues. A law banning TikTok has been enacted by the United States. Unfortunately, that means that you can't use TikTok as far as now. Now, of course, this article was written a few days ago, and this is back up and running. But what's happening is, what they're finding out is, if you deleted it off your phone, you can go back into, like, Android phones can go back into Google Play and all those other platforms and download the TikTok app again. What the Apple people don't understand is, or don't realize, that Apple has taken it. They did like what the influencers did. Oh, TikTok's going away. Hey, everyone, I cheated on my wife. These kids aren't mine, and I stole $1 million from my business corporation. See you later, bye. TikTok's done. This, and no one will ever see it. Apple basically said, oh, TikTok's done. Delete that off our platform. Delete it off our platform completely. And then TikTok goes, or President Trump or whoever, put the wheels in motion, brought TikTok back, or just fired it back up again. I just imagine one of those big switches, big toggle switch, and some guys over there with like, fireproof gloves on, and he's pulling this toggle switch back over. TikTok fires back up. Everything's the same. My account's the same. All my videos are the same. But people in the Apple Store can't get it back on. And I think I know what Apple's doing they're covering their asses because in some form or fashion, isn't some of the phones made over in China? And I was reading a news article. They were saying that Apple is waiting for the app to be at least 51% owned by a United States company or U.S. company. Now, whether it's, a shell game and, this person's going to buy it and this person's going to buy it and, you can buy it. You can be the flagship. You can be the headstone of the app, but we're still calling the shots back here. We still have 49%. Now, this woman right here, if you do have an Apple phone, she explains how to get it back on your phone, on your device, how you can get TikTok if you deleted the app off your phone. Now, don't forget, for every podcast we do, we have a matching video over on YouTube. We have our very own YouTube channel. That's DeaconLive Podcast on YouTube. Give us a subscribe over there. It's just an avenue for you to enjoy the podcast. A lot of people listen to our podcast while they're driving. You can't watch, videos or anything like that. A lot of people listen to it while they're working out. Not me working out. I did my workout. So a lot of people just have us on in the background. So, but if you want a little bit more of a visual experience with the show, and we have videos, we have, excuse me, I'm sorry, dealing with a little cold here, and, pictures and stuff, you can see that by going over to the YouTube channel. Now, this is one video you're going to look and find that we're talking about here, and this one right here gives you a little breakdown. Her name, let's give her some credit. Her name is Deb KH_5. And this is her breakdown of how to get, if you have an Apple phone, how to get TikTok back on it. So I'm going to switch over to camera 4, and we see this, and we can all be friends. Make sure everything's up and showing here. We're good. So tell us about it, Deb.
Deleted the TikTok app like my husband, and now you can't get it back because you live in the U.S. I am going to tell you how you can get it. It's a few steps, but really it's not as hard as it seems.
Pay attention.
You go to settings, and then you go to your Apple account. Once you get to your Apple account, then you click on media and purchases, select view account. And once you've selected view account, you're going to scroll down and you're going to have the option country/region. You click on that. Once you've selected country and region, then you change it from the United States to Canada. And then you just hit done and you back out of there. Then you go back into your settings and you scroll down to general. And then once you click general, you're going to scroll down and you're going to select language and region. And once you've selected language and region, you're going to select Canada. Now, once you have done that, you back out of there. And then, so you've done all that. Then you need to download a free VPN app.
Oh, geez, that's what I didn't want to do.
Trials, but if you scroll down, there's one app that I found that is absolutely free. You just have to watch ads before you can use it. Once you've downloaded that app, the VPN app, you need to go to your cellular data and shut that completely off. You are going to have to connect to Wi-Fi to be able to do this. If you don't have access to Wi-Fi, don't even attempt this until you have access to Wi-Fi, because you have to shut off your cellular data because it's still going to ping you in the USA if you don't. And once you've shut off your cellular data, then you can go to the App Store, whether it's Apple or Google, and you can search up TikTok. It will show up and then you can download it. Once you have downloaded TikTok and you have signed in, then you go back and you change everything back to the US. So you'll go back and you'll change your language back to the US.
All right, I got it. So if you guys got that, Jesus Christ. It's really simple, but it's not that bad. First, you have to download a 15,000-digit passcode, memorize that passcode, and then tell them that you're in Canada. Yes. And then you can... Jesus Christ. All for a fucking app. All for an app that everyone's freaking out about. Now, I did freak out a little bit myself when it went off. I was laying in bed on a Friday evening, and my beautiful wife, laying next to me. I was rubbing her back and going through what I call watching tiki-talkies so I can go to sleep at night. And 11:15 rolls around, and I scroll up, and I'm like, I've seen this video again. Scroll up. See, I've seen this video too. Scroll up. I've seen that. Scroll up, and then the little circle with an arrow on it, like a refresh, came up, and I'm like going, damn it. It's happening, babe. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? TikTok, shut off. Are you for... It's okay, babe. I'll tell you in the morning. So now it's back on, and no one knows what they're going to do with it. But this guy right here, he's making a bid for it. No, it's not Elon Musk. It's another guy with a whole lot of money. But what the fuck is this guy going to do with it? Well, we'll see what his story is when we come back. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your opinion. And the way you can do that, you can get your opinion and be right here on the podcast alongside of us. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a little town we like to call Marshville. We sit on about 22 some odd acres here. We have horses, cattle, chickens, and stuff. And it snowed yesterday. Yep, we got that a little bit of snow. Not as much as South Florida did. South Florida, I think, got like 5-6 inches of snow. Over here in the Marshville area, which is the east side of Charlotte, North Carolina, we got about maybe 1.5 inches, just enough to see the snow on the ground. And you can see the little blades of grass sticking up. But we got a little bit of snow. My dad said, I just want to see snow before I pass away. I'm like, all right, Dad, there's your snow. No, he'll be sticking around. He's doing well. His health is doing well. But another guy who's doing well right now is Mr. Beast. Now, when I look at Mr. Beast, not for nothing, he just looks like a complete, total jerk. I've never watched a single video of his. And I say he looks like a jerk. He looks like a nerd. He looks like a Zuckerberg cousin or something like that. They never really do anything fancy or flashy. Well, that's the thing. Deacon, that's what they do. They make all this money and they don't have to spend it on themselves. I understand that. For the most part. But please, fix your teeth, get a haircut, do something, shave once in a while there, Mr. Beast. But right now, YouTube and TikTok star Mr. Beast is looking to buy, let me switch back to me now, looking to buy TikTok as part of a group investors. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. How to be part of the show. The way you can be part of the show is go to TikTok. Jesus Christ, listen to me. I'm around in circles here. Is go to prophetradio.com. That's where you want to go. That's where you want to be if you want to be on the show. Go to prophetradio.com, PROPHET radio.com. And at the top of the page says Be Heard. Click on that. Opens up a microphone on your device. You can be anonymous if you want. It's going to ask your name. You can be anonymous. You can say my name is JC Penne. And put that in there. It comes right to our inbox, and we'll play it on the very next podcast. Now that I got you up to date, Mr. Beast is looking to buy TikTok as part of a group of investors as the 75-day time limit ticks down for the social media company to find a non-Chinese owner or risk of being permanently banned. Well, as far as Apple, they say they're pretty much gone as itself. Okay, fine, I'll buy it so it doesn't get banned, Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, even a more nerdier name, posted on X on January 13th. While his tone was joking, Donaldson, the single most popular YouTube and the third most popular TikToker, was serious about when his lawyer told CNN this past Tuesday. Now, this article came out yesterday at about 7 o'clock, so it's not even 24 hours old. So this is still fresh news here. It went dark on Saturday night as a nationwide ban looming, but back online within about 12 hours later. President Donald Trump announced that he would sign an executive order to delay the ban for 75 days. 2 days after his post on Twitter, just say Twitter. Fucking X just sounds stupid. Come on, Elon, get your shit together. Everything doesn't have to be a fucking X. 10 maybe, if you put X and 10? No. Donaldson posted a video on TikTok where he announced his intention to buy the social media platform. He says, I got out of a meeting with a bunch of billionaires. TikTok, we mean business, Mr. Beast said in the video. Oh, I just had a luncheon with all the billionaires, and we're going to buy TikTok. Unless it's sold to another Chinese-based company. The spokesperson for Paul Hastings' law firm, which represents the bid for the TikTok company. The investor group, which is led by Jesse Tisdale, founder and CEO of Employer.com, has made the initial investment and high net worth. It made initial investors and high net worth individuals who don't want to see the app go away. Proposals would not disrupt the TikTok operations, would ensure the it'll continue for the 170 million Americans, according to the investor group. Our offers to represent a win-win solution that preserves the vital platform while addressing legitimate national secures and so on and so forth. So time's running out. The U.S.-based company has been circling the drain since 2020 when President Trump, during his first term, was issued an executive order attempting to ban TikTok, and then realized, not for nothing, he actually probably won the election based on TikTok and him doing TikTok videos. Because if he goes, I'm banning TikTok, it's not the, why do I sound like a Kennedy? I can't do a Trump, but I'm going to ban TikTok. And then he gets on there and he goes, I love TikTok. You know what it is? You know why he won the election? I'm going to tell you plain and simple. It's plain and simple. The only reason why Trump won the election, you could say, oh, white people came out, black people came out, racist and all this other stuff. He got on TikTok and he connected with a different audience that normally would not have seen him. And I'll give you an example. There was a president many years ago, I think 1992, who got on a famous daytime or nighttime talk show and played a saxophone. That gentleman's name was Bill Clinton. When he got on the Arsenio Hall show, Republicans, Democrats, all across the board saw him as not one of us type deal, because I hate to use that term, but saw him as, hey, this guy gets it. He's going to talk to a different community. He's going to, he's not that stuffy collar guy. And that episode of Arsenio Hall with Bill Clinton on there playing the saxophone is exactly what won him the election. Donald Trump, I don't know if that was his plan, but he says, I need to connect to a different group of people that I'm not reaching right now. TikTok was the platform. He got on that platform. Everyone, gravitated toward him and said, you know what? Hey, maybe he's not that bad. And that's what happened. So that's what's going on there. Mr. Beast might be buying TikTok. Now, once we get through the whole TikTok thing and who's going to buy who, AI has been looming around in the dark shadows. And we don't know what to do with AI just yet, but AI knows what it's going to do with us. AI has been the forefront of conversations for a few years now. While many believe that it will make our lives much easier, others fear that it might be the start of the apocalypse. However, in recent news regarding the use of AI on Instagram may not have been the best case for it. It was recently revealed that Instagram is starting randomly showing some users AI images of themselves to promote various products and services on the platform. This revelation has sparked a rage of reactions online, from outrage to amusement. Users were seen sharing some of their amusing takes on the news. So let's check out a few of them. So let's see. How is this legal? Or how isn't this legal or illegal? Figure out, why is this not, I got the not in the legal. Why is this legal and why isn't this illegal? Many users have claimed the activity is illegal, only later hysterically discovering that themselves have given the app permission, and by agreeing to all the terms and conditions that we read all the times, and now they're definitely being read all through the terms and conditions everywhere moving forward. This user hilariously had an interesting point that if he saw a random AI-generated image of himself wearing a t-shirt that he wanted to buy, his immediate reaction would be to jump up, all startled, instead of tapping buying now. So let's see. It doesn't really give you any examples on it. So I guess that's what they're doing. Let me go back to me now. Where am I at? So I guess Instagram right now is using AI and taking pictures of you, like, when you're at the beach and you're holding the camera. If you're watching this here on the YouTube video, you're on the beach and I'm taking a video and you're like, peace, duck lips, hey, look at me, YOLO type deal. And then they take that picture of you and they say, wouldn't you like to go on a vacation? Now at the Caribbean Royal Casino in, Honolulu, Mexico. I'm making up names here and throwing a commercial together right here on the fly. You can get buy 2, get 3 free off ads or a trip to our island, and it shows you doing the thing on the island. Hey, that's me I look like I'm having fun. Maybe I should tap now. Or do you just freak out and go, How'd they get that? I did not give you permission to take my... Well, yeah, technically you did. Technically you did. All right, when we come back, this kid right here, 8 years old, eating everyday kid stuff. La, 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 I love kid stuff. What do you want? I want this. I want that. Kid stuff. Guess what? Made him go blind. And what he ate? It's probably something you guys are eating right now. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. You want something for free? Well, we'll give you something for free, but the way you got to get it is go over to Prophet Radio, proud sponsors of Deacon Live and all the other fine programming that comes out of the studio. If you want yourself a sticker pack, a magnet pack, a keychain, something like that, go over to ProphetRadio.com. At the top of the page says free swag. Pick yourself something out and we'll send it to you. If you're here in the United States, it usually comes out the next day or two. If you live overseas, it takes a little bit longer to get to you, but it will get to you as well. So go to ProphetRadio.com. Proud sponsors of Deacon Live and all the other fine programming that comes out of this studio. Now, with between Joe Biden, who is pardoning basically everyone in his family, we're okay now. Yeah, see? I can't do the impression, but you know where I'm going with that. He's pardoning everyone in his family. One guy who just can't catch a break as far as getting pardoned is Joe Exotic. He's praying every time. You know, he's the one who started the whole pandemic, stream watching all that stuff back in 2019, 2020. He was hoping Trump would pardon him and then waiting for Biden to come in. He didn't get pardoned. Now Trump's back in the office. Come on, man. Come on, man. Pardon me, man. But he's not catching a break. They're going to leave him in jail. They're probably we're better off without him anyways. But something on a sad note, because of Joe Exotic, and he had all those tigers and stuff. Now, this isn't one of his tigers, but a captured tiger is blinded by tourists' cameras flashing, forced to have his eyes removed and eyelids sewn shut. All right. It sounds a little extreme just because I got a little flash on my little Apple camera here. So let's figure out what this story's going on about. The tiger who spent the majority of his life as an attraction in the animal park in Spain has gone blind due to the excessive camera flashes of tourists coming to gawk at him, resulting in the need to have his eyelids eyes removed and his eyelids sewn shut. I call bullshit. As well as a consistent camera flashing from tourists, Furman, which is the tiger's name, was also used in photo shoots when he was a cub. Okay, I photo shoots, got that. Furman was almost completely blind when he was rescued by the La Tenière Zoo Refuge in 2019, along with Tenier's sister. Patrick Violas, the co-founder of the La Tenière Zoo Refuge, which is outside of Catras in north-central France, said, When he arrived, Furman was already 95% blind. He was very thin, and obviously these animals were only used to make money. Not many people take care of them. So he was 95% blind. My little camera flash. You ever seen a tiger in their natural quote-unquote zoo habitat? It's a fence. You're on a fence 30 feet up in the air. The tiger's down low. There's a moat or something for them to fucking play around. There's always some kind of like empty beer keg or something. I don't know if it fell in there from the park employees or they threw it in there. And it's a big rock form foundation. And it's usually in the daytime because night times they're fucking nocturnal hunters, right? So they're walking around and stuff. Daytime, they're just sitting there. You're telling me my flash from my Nokia, S12 is going to blind a tiger down all the way down there? Bullshit. Let's find out what else is going on. Furman went through his first surgery to correct his vision in 2021, but vets recently discovered perforated ulcers in one of his eyes. The formation of glaucomas, Viola said. Oh, look at him right there. The second surgery was scheduled for January 15th, just the other day, but veterinarian Laurent Bahanana concluded that it was more a compassionate decision to remove the eyes and sew his eyelids shut, process known as enucleation, something like that, reduce comfort and the risk of repeat infection, while prolonged exposure to modern camera flashes, bullshit, will have minimal effect, if any, on a human eye, let alone a tiger's. Oh, a tiger's eye is a different story. Okay, so maybe they're going to correct me here. Here comes actually, Deacon, Tigers' eyes have large lenses and pupils that allow more light to come in, which helps them see in low lit and at night, therefore making them more sensitive to light. They also have a thick layer of nerves running along the horizontally across their eyes, which improves their peripheral vision. Furman's tragic, yet now hopeful story has gone viral on Facebook with over 6,000 likes. All right, 6,000 people. And 5,000 took pictures of him. One user made the legitimate point, cheer up, Furman. Flashes are forbidden in museums. Why not damage the works, but why not forbid these from the poor animals as well? So, all right, do I take my statement back completely? No, because like I said, he's so far fucking away. He's not gonna, how about this? You want to go as far as taking out the flashes? No, Deacon, you have to understand the animals. They're our children. We have to speak for the animals. Okay, what do you want me to do? Stop taking pictures. Okay, I'll stop taking pictures. As soon as you remove the fucking halogen lights that are around the whole fucking place that surround his fucking thing at night so you can make another buck or two because, you know, the tigers, you can't see them at night. They won't come out, so you got these fucking halogen lights that are surrounding their friggin' den or whatever. How about shutting those down a little bit there, Peppy? French guy. Oh, well. Now, this kid right here has gone blind in the same sense because he ate a flashlight. No, I'm kidding. He didn't eat a flash photography. An 8-year-old boy goes blind after eating just chicken nuggets, sausages, and cookies since he was a baby. Now, this article came out just today, so this is, you know, it's got to be true. You know, it's got to be. These are a few things that people need to think about before having kids. The first, of course, being housing stability, and then comes financial stability, and then finally, the most important of all, understanding the basic nutrition. However, an 8-year-old child has somewhat gone blind due to his parents' inability to give him the nutrients that he needs to maintain eyesight. A vitamin A deficiency can cause problems with eyesight if not treated properly. This 8-year-old boy was left without the correct nutrition and went blind because of it. His parents claim that it was because he was this particular fussy kid. Oh, Benjamin doesn't want to eat his broccoli. Benjamin doesn't want to eat his corn and rice cereal. Benjamin doesn't. What does he want? I want chicken nuggets. Okay, Benjamin, here you go. Here's your chicken. Nom, 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 nom. All he would eat was chicken nuggets, sausages, and cookies. I'm surprised he doesn't have gout. These foods have little to no nutrition in them at all. The boy is autistic and has particular phobia of many foods, or has a particular phobia of many foods. Despite being the case, it shouldn't prevent him from slipping in some supplements, knowing that how bad his diet was. Due to their neglect, the 8-year-old boy went blind due to a vitamin A deficiency. This vitamin helps produce riboflavin, a sensitive protein that, you know me, big words I just kind of smooth right over. No one's going to listen. No one's getting them. Unless there's that one optometrist. Actually, it's pronounced rhodopsin and some. Anyways, a light-sensitive protein that produces pigment in the retina. Due to his deficiency, the optic nerve had wasted away, leaving him blind. Papa, is that you, Papa? Come closer. Where's my chicken nuggies? It was his teacher who noticed that he had lost his vision at first. Oh, his teacher did. Not the dents on the wall about 3 feet up in the air where the kid ran into him walking around the house. No, the teacher did. She spoke about the situation on how suddenly it seems to be for the boy. The teacher says, "I can't see anything," he apparently shouted when he rushed him to the hospital and discovered the 8-year-old was now blind. Vitamin A is not a difficult one to get into the body, provided a healthy diet is followed. It is present in many vegetables, fruits, and animal products, including kale, mango, spinach, guava, beef, chicken, fish, basically all the stuff that normal kids eat. Well, this kid had, let's go back to me now. The kid had autism, and I don't know what level of autism. I can't eat anything blue. I only like stuff that's shaped in a certain way, that type deal, because that's how autism works. Your brain just doesn't fire off normally like my brain does, or your brain, or the person next to you's brain. But you've got to do something. Oh, he'll be okay. There's plenty of nutrition in sausages. Yeah, no, there's not. Chicken nuggets? Yeah, no, there's not. And cookies? No, there's nothing in there either. So pay attention to your kids. But it went 8 years? It took him 8 years to lose his sight? I don't know. Maybe he's eating lead paint too, wherever he's at. All right, when we come back, this gentleman got pulled over by a police officer and did everything correctly. Everything correctly. And the police still shot him. What he shot him with is the story. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us over on TikTok. And make sure you follow us over on YouTube as well. Right now, that's our only social media that we got going on. I told you that I was shadow banned. I'm still working on that. I got about, I think, 56 more days to get that resolved and stuff. So we're not on anything Meta right now. That's Facebook and Instagram. But once we get that shadow ban done, I will get you updated and we'll get you over there as well. But for now, you can find all of our TikTok videos. You can find all of our YouTube videos over on YouTube. Just search Deacon Live Podcast and also Be Podcast Famous. And if you want to be if you want to be I said it again. If you want to be podcast famous, you can do that as well. Go over to prophetradio.com. At the top of the page says, leave a message, be heard on the Deacon Live show. Speak right into your device. You can be anonymous if you want. Your voice comes right to our inbox and we'll play it on the very next podcast. We've got over, I think the most last current show we have is in 2017. So you have a whole catalog to go back through and listen to. You can listen to all the different guests that we've had on the show. And if you have a comment or some kind of concern or some kind of, you want to let us know about something about a particular show, just give us a little earmark of what show you're listening to and about what time you're listening to it. Not you physically listen to it, like during the show, like 35 minutes into the show, you said this. And I'm like, all right, and I'll go back and listen to it and I'll comment it on the very next podcast. So do that over at prophetradio.com. Now, with all the wildfires and stuff that are going on in LA, I think, is it calmed down now? Are we over the whole LA fires thing now that we found out that a lot of people were just walking around with like little torches in their hand and lighting fires? I think David Spade said, anyone who finds someone lighting fires and turns them in, I'll give them $5,000. And there was another, I don't know, one of those artists or something like that I've never heard of, that was getting a whole lot of flack because he wanted to hire his own professional fire crew to protect his property. I don't blame him. I'd do the same thing. Why get mad? But, and then the whole LA thing and the mayor and dropped the ball and budgets and blah, 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 blah. So everyone's just so sick of California. We're still waiting for that to be shaken off the side of the United States when the fault line, that San Andreas fault, cracks and shakes them up over there, and they're hanging on and going, I'm sorry, please help us, we did everything wrong. We did everything wrong. But this couple right here did something wrong right now. Playing dress up's always fun, and sometimes it gets a little carried away, but this pair right here has been arrested for buying an entire fire truck and role-playing as firemen. The two faux firemen had managed to buy themselves a fire truck on online auction, and they proceeded to kit themselves and the truck out with all the gear that they would need. They had the whole thing down too, with the full turnout gear, helmets, and radio. So they decided to try out their disguises at the wildfire still burning in California. As they approached the Palisades, they came across a checkpoint. Confidently rolled up on their very own fire truck, they were stopped. They claimed that the truck was from Roaring River Fire Truck Department in Oregon. However, one key fire chief noticed that some fishiness is going on. Sure, aid is flooding in from everywhere across the United States, but the name just didn't sound right to him. This is a veteran. This fire chief's been around since, 1920. He knows all the fire departments, and the Roaring River just didn't sound right to him. They should have asked what engine he was from. That would have given him away. Anyways, the fire chief said he did a little investigation and found out there was no Roaring River, and that fire truck was fake, and the firemen were fake as well. When the illegitimate truck was noticed, a call was put out to all the local deputies. They immediately tracked down the fake fire truck, apprehended Dustin Neal, 31, and Jennifer Neal, 44. They were both arrested and charged with impersonating a firefighter, entering an evacuation area zone, and the fire truck had to be impounded. What the two of them were planning by entering the evacuation with the fire truck is anyone's guess. However, it turns out that Dustin has a prior conviction of arson and criminal mischief. All right, I got that. And whatever he was planning on doing was certainly not on brand. By buying a whole fire truck and driving it into some of the biggest fires in the United States has ever had a criminal mischievous as perfect as this for any arsonist. But I expect a few hours they had been driving the truck around was great fun, playing dress up for a little bit. They take this serious level of confidence to pull off. It takes a serious level of confidence to pull this off by faking a firefighter with the entire friggin' truck. They had no chance. They were trying to help the fires. They had no chance. There is also a chance that they were trying to actually help in the fires, but there's no way of knowing to do this involving the truck and impersonating the emergency vehicle. So basically they were saying, hey, I'm going to do, first of all, fire trucks. After a certain year, it's kind of like UPS trucks. UPS trucks, you never see like an old UPS truck driving around. You see old U-Haul trucks driving around. UPS actually crushes every single UPS truck, recycles it, and then builds another one. Fire trucks, once they age out, I guess, I mean, even here in Marshville, our fire truck looks pretty old. As long as you keep it nice and clean and, shiny and stuff, they're always out there and they're not doing anything. They're waiting for a fire to come around, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks go by. The bells and the rims are all nice and shiny and stuff. They bought a fucking fire truck. How much is a used fire truck on auction? I mean, if it's got all the gear and stuff, and where'd they get the money for it? Hey, I mean, they got to have some kind of brain sense. Let's say they pick it up for $15,000, $20,000, right? $15,000, $20,000. They got $15,000, $20,000 laying around just to throw on a fire truck, just to go out there and play firemen and then maybe get into the fire. So I'm going to cause more havoc and even start more fires. The one guy got an arson conviction. Who knows what they're going to do? Or were they actually going, let's do some good. Let's do some good. Drive this truck into the Palisades and hook up with something. Hey, where are you guys from? Roaring River. All right, man. Heard of you guys. Really? No, but keep going. And the influx of people walking in and out of that place, you've got to have some kind of organization and checkpoints and stuff. If you were to say to me, you ready for this? If you were to say to me, there's a fire down the road. Truck 1 goes by. Truck 2 goes by. Bells and whistles all going. Truck 3 goes by and it doesn't have his bells and whistles on. I'm not going to go, hey, what's wrong with that guy? How come he doesn't have his lights on? I'm not going to think he's with those two. He's a fire truck at a fucking fire. He's not a fire truck at a fucking, rally. He's supposed to be there. I don't know. That did take some balls, but, granted, the chief got down to it. We got bigger problems to solve here. Where'd this fire truck come from? Anyways, this gentleman right here, though, was trying to do good. He was trying to do exactly what the officer was telling him, and it ended up bad in his situation. A traffic stop in Florida, oh great, ended in catastrophe when a man accidentally was shot in the leg with his own gun. On Tuesday, January 21st, Jacksonville Sheriff Officer released body cam footage of Jason Arlington arresting for running a red light on December 13, 2024. They arrested him. Let's start there. Arrested him for running a red light. That's it? Isn't that a ticket somewhere? I don't know. Now, granted, this is where I lose the audience a little bit. The arresting officer was white, and the gentleman is black. Jason Arlington, according to the news outlet, is 39 years old at the time of this incident. The video shows after being pulled over, Arlington told Officer Lowry that he had a gun on him. Florida state law allows a person to carry a gun and a concealed weapon or a firearm. With a valid concealed weapon license, Arlington let the officer know. He provided the criteria for obtaining this license were all met. Lowry thanked him for his honesty and said that he would be required to exit his vehicle for his safety and both of them together. Arlington then gets out of the vehicle as Austin as officers Austin Whippet and Mindy Carwell stand beside the driver on the side door. Now, I've got a video of this so we can see this and all be friends here. Let's see if they show the actual incident that happens here. And don't forget, for our podcast we have a matching video over on YouTube. You can see this in real time as we're talking about it here. So let's see what's happening. And there's an ad. See if we can bypass the ad here. Boop. Here we go. Is there sound? Oh, here it is.
Your windows, all of them.
Here we go.
What's up, my man?
So he said, lower all your windows, and he's got like a Yukon or something like that. Older Yukon. Here we go.
Hey, you got a valid driver's license, proof of insurance, all that good stuff? Hey, you blew that red light.
The light was yellow and turned red when I went out there.
It was red when you blew it.
It was yellow.
Okay.
It was yellow.
I saw it. It was red. So.
I saw it.
All right,
I saw it.
You got a proof of insurance? Saw it. It was red. So.
I saw it.
All right. Well, you got a proof of insurance?
So he said, I saw it too. Proof of insurance? Yes, I do. So he's looking for his insurance. Now, the police officer is standing at the passenger side with this body cam footage. He's on like a regular city highway, you know, red lights every 200 yards or whatever.
Just hang tight. You got you got anything crazy in the car?
Yeah.
What do you got?
A gun.
You got a gun? You do? All right.
He said, do you have anything crazy in the gun? He's like, yeah. In the car, and he goes, yeah, I got a gun. He's like, you do? And he's like, all right, where's it at?
Where's that? It's on you? Okay. As long as you're cool. And...
I'm fine. I'm chill.
No, man. I appreciate your honesty.
I ain't got time left.
That's awesome. So you have concealed carry and all that good stuff? No, you don't. All right. You're not a convicted felon, right? Nothing.
I do everything, whatever.
Okay.
I shoot for you.
All right. So what we're gonna do is, just for my safety, your safety, I'm gonna have you step out. All right. Fair enough. And we're just gonna remove the pistol from you, and then we're gonna run your license, make sure everything's good, and I'm gonna send you on your way.
Get out this way.
Yeah. Just hang tight. Just do me a favor. Lower that window. Hey, he's very.
So he's doing everything. He's doing what you're supposed to do. Yes. All right. And, you know, they had a little back and forth. The light was yellow. No, it was red. No, it was yellow. All right. Well, I saw it too. So then the cop goes, you got anything crazy in the car? And the guy goes, yeah, I got a gun. So he's doing everything that he's supposed to do. Now, they might have a back and forth as far as whether the light was red or yellow. But the cop's like going, okay, cool. He's got a gun on him. He's let me know. I'm probably going to let this guy go. Let me just make sure that he's okay to have this gun type deal. So let's see.
Quiet. He does have a pistol on him. So we're going to take him out from that side, remove the pistol, and we'll go from there. All right?
Get out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
So my question is, as they're taking him out of the car, do they have to take him out of the car to remove the pistol? Or can't they just leave him in the car and just give him a ticket and say, all right, you know, keep your gun, you know, give me your gun. I don't know how to, you know, all my police officer listeners or anyone that's happened this, you know, hit us up over at profitradio.com and let us know what the actual procedure is. He's got a gun. He's got a license for it. He ran a red light. It's nothing, you know, a big infraction, nothing that he can just write a ticket for and just give it to him. Why do they have to pull him out of the car and then, I guess they want to see the gun? I'm not sure. So here we go.
I appreciate that being very honest.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh, there it goes right there. So what happened was, I'm going to rewind it so everyone watching on the video here. So the officer who initially pulled him over, he's coming around from the passenger side, coming around the back, and he's got two other officers, a female officer and another gentleman officer. The female officer reaches in his pocket, kind of like that Too Low video with the guy on the podcast, shot himself in the leg. The female officer, the cop turns the corner of the back of the car with his body cam footage, and just instantly as he turns the corner, you can see the female officer sticking her hand into his pocket and grabs the gun or hits the trigger of the gun, and it fires in his pocket. And I'll play this one more time. So here we go. Ready?
I appreciate that being very
Oh,
honest.
yeah, all right.
Boom. There it is.
You okay?
Oh,
Put the gun down.
Go down.
You okay?
put your gun down.
You got shot in the leg.
Rescue 1068.
HQ 2162. Hey, rescue 1068. 1020.
She's like, fuck. Oh, yeah, got him right in the fucking leg. Oh, look at him. God damn. He's helping, the other officer's helping him over.
Gunshot to his leg.
And that was it. So, let's go back to me now. Let's go here. So, first of all, where do we start on this one? He had a gun. He had it on him. The officer, female officer, and and the reason why I say female officers, I'm not trying to say that the female officer didn't understand, male and female job, that type deal, but not segregating the two. But she is the female officer to distinguish between the two officers that were helping him get out of the car. She reaches into his pocket, and you could see that she puts her hand in there, and then as she's pulling the gun out, it goes off. Her hand's on the trigger. Now, I don't know if that officer needs to go to training to learn how to remove a weapon from someone else. Don't they always say, like in the movies, you always say, all right, where's your pistol at? It's in my whatever pocket. With your left hand, grab, reach over, your non-dominant hand, reach the gun over and pull it out. This woman right here, this officer right here, shoots him right in the leg. Well, he's suing, of course. He's a forklift driver. He deals with a lot of heavy equipment and stuff. He has every right to sue. But should it be handled different? I don't know how else. Is there more training involved? Yes, there is more training involved. But it wasn't like they accidentally, they did accidentally shoot him, but it wasn't done intentionally. They weren't wrestling him around. That could have gone 50 different ways to Sunday, wrestling around, she's trying to get the gun or he's trying to get the gun, and the gun accidentally goes off and someone else gets hit. He's like, hey, I'm out of the car. My hands are up. The one officer, the male officer's got me detained. The other officer, the female officer, reaches her hand in. He's doing everything correctly and still gets fucking shot. Now, am I pro police? Am I pro, armed driver? No, I'm just saying that this situation is fucking stupid. It could have been avoided. It could have been something else could have happened. We need to look at that, and hopefully they'll take this video and use it as a training to help someone else not do the same thing. When we come back, this woman is an idiot. She is suing Pillsbury for the dumbest reason, for false advertising. Now, come on. How are you going to sue that guy? Well, I'll dive into what she thought was supposed to be in the box that she bought when we come back. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget, all the musical artists that you hear during the show here are all independent artists, and we showed them some love, and they're looking for your love as well. And the way you can show them some love is go over to ProphetRadio.com, and if you see a banner for any of the artists that you hear during the show there, click on that, send them right to their Spotify page, right to their website, right to all their accounts, their social media accounts, and show them some love. Say, hey, I love your song. Where can I find more about you? And they'll appreciate that as well, as much as we appreciate them being part of the Deacon Live show. So that's all the musical artists that you hear during the breaks are all independent artists. And we love them as much as you should love them as well. Now, there's a video right now that TikTok's back on. I'll tell you what, let me start here. Since I've been back on TikTok, my algorithm, which I thought it should always be called logarithm because they're logging in stuff, but it's algorithm, which sounds like just half made up. My algorithm is completely not the same anymore. I will agree that. Maybe that's what the whole reboot was, because now I'm getting videos and stuff from it's more random now. It's a lot more random now, where most of the time, like the news stories and stuff that I talk about here on the show, I'll, use TikTok to kind of search and do research and things like that. And that's kind of puts me in that rhythm. Since it's come back, I'm not seeing that anymore. I'm seeing like whole brand new feeds. And of course, I'll put a thumbs up and a like and, I'll comment and stuff. And now I'm kind of tweaking my logarithm in. My algorithm. Logarithm? Algorithm. My wife said to me, the Saturday morning after TikTok went away, she's like, oh, now you can go to YouTube Shorts. And I was like, well, it's not the same. She's like, why isn't it the same? I go, I don't know. I've never really been on it. Now, granted, the Deacon Live video, Deacon Live podcast has its own YouTube channel, and it has a whole bunch of YouTube Shorts. And that gets a lot of views, thousands and thousands of views on each one. But I use YouTube in itself as a search engine. So I said, well, maybe, my morning AM, BM type thing. And I'm sitting and I'm looking at my phone. I go, YouTube, Shorts. And it's nothing but music videos. Because sometimes I need music for other different podcasts and stuff that for the station and everything. And it's just music video after music video shorts. There's no news. There's no comedy. There's no nothing. And that's the first time I've ever used it. And I was like, oh, I got to fix this. And then, of course, that afternoon, TikTok's back, as my dad would say. And I go, yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. So that whole little heart flutter was short-lived. Now, something that might be short-lived right now is you out there. I'm talking to you. If you've got a cavity or a rotten tooth. Now, this viral video is going around on TikTok, and it's from Zach D Films, and it shows what happens if you don't take care of that rotten tooth that's eating away at your fucking gums. And the video alone is scary. But let's dive into it, and I'll show you the video here over on YouTube as well. And make sure you give us a subscribe over there. And you can watch the whole entire podcast in its entirety over on YouTube as well. Well, it's always best to visit the medical profession if you have any health problems. You want to watch this film on YouTube for some quick and easy advice. Of course, you want to pay a general practitioner once you watch the video, a simulation video, for official advice. But this video provides certain answers for people that have that little rotten tooth in the background. So in one video, a filmmaker touches on how a tooth infection can cause some serious problems. The simulation explains how if your tooth is infected, then the bacteria can burrow down deep into your jaw and then lead to penetrating the bone. The bacteria can then enter your bloodstream, travel up to your brain, and then the bacteria causes tissue to become inflamed and actually eats your brain, and then you end up dying. Yeah. Oh, because of a tooth injury? Because of my rotten tooth that's in my head? So if you want to see this video in real time as we're talking about it here, I'm going to switch over to camera 4, and we can see this, and everyone can be scared the shit out of this video. So here we go.
If your tooth is infected, the bacteria can burrow deep into your jaw and...
Oh, the noise and why is it like bubbling? The sound in the background, if you listen to it, listen.
Bacteria can burrow deep into your jaw and penetrate the bone. From there, it can enter the bloodstream and travel up to your brain. Once inside, the bacteria causes the tissues to become inflamed, which can form into a pocket of pus. It'll continue to grow, causing pressure on the surrounding tissues that can block blood flow to vital areas. And if left untreated, the pressure can lead to permanent damage or worse.
So, brush your teeth, kids. That's the note there. While those of us who suffer from persistent headaches which are easing through painkillers, should seek medical help immediately, as if they were experiencing nausea and vomiting as well. Stiffness of the neck, and often associates with meningitis, could be another sign if you're wanting to go get checked out. On top of that, some other key symptoms to look out for may suggest an infection has spread to the brain, including high fever, sensitivity to light, plus dizziness and confusions. While it may be nothing, it's always best to seek advice from medical profession. But the thing is, this company, the main thing for this article that I'm reading is the Zach D Films has all these like extravagant, extreme medical cases that they do videos for, and it just gives you like, and just in case you weren't aware, this could actually kill you. Tune in more, subscribe and like for more. You know, it's kind of like nursery rhymes for medical stuff that can kill you. Now, this woman right here, I want to choke slam her. I do. Because, how do I approach this? We the people are, because of TikTok and because of YouTube Shorts and because of the lifestyle of social media, has made us either feel entitled, feel like we're smarter, and actually are not teaching us the basic stuff. The family structure at home is not what it should be as we get older and these the generations and stuff go on and on. For example, this woman right here said that she would like to sue Pillsbury for false advertisement. Why? The woman buys a frozen chocolate chip cookies and then opens the pack. She said, I considered returning the food just to make a point. The point that she's trying to make is, with the National Football League, NBA playoffs on the way, fans are flocking to the grocery store to pick up snacks for the game. But not all fans are satisfied with their purchases. This one woman accuses Pillsbury of falsifying advertisement after a dozen chocolate chip cookies she purchased weren't topped with a football-shaped sugar cookie. All right? In the video, which is seen over 131,000 times because she's a moron, TikToker Britt at BrittFitRun shows and opens a package of Pillsbury frozen chocolate chip cookie dough on the counter, her hands over the bottom of the package for whatever reason. Are there any lawyers out there? Please help me, Britt jokes. I would like to sue Pillsbury for false advertisement. She points out on the graphic on the bottom left of the package that shows a chocolate chip cookie with a football-shaped sugar cookie on top of it. Pillsbury also sells football sugar cookies separate and was seemingly leaning into the trend of TikTokers cooking them all on their own. This is what I thought I was getting. Then she opens the package and reveals that the plain cookie dough, and this is what I got. Can she actually sue for false advertising? Fuck no. So let's see what this video is. Here she is. Brittany Fit Run is going to be Brittany something else here in a minute. Hold on there, Brittany. I know. She gets all excited. So I'm already on camera 4, so if you want to see this, stay right there over on the Deacon Live podcast channel. So here we go. Let's see what Brittany has to say. Oh, I clicked on the wrong goddamn shit. Here we go.
I would like to sue Pillsbury for false advertisement. This is what I thought I was getting, and this is what I got.
Yeah.
False advertisement, I'd like to sue.
That's it?
Are there any lawyers on here? I need your help. I would like...
So she's got her hand... I know that thing's being... So she buys these...
To sue Pillsbury for false advertisement. This is what I thought I was getting, and this is what I got.
What she's covering is... Let's go back to me now, because she's completely a moron. So what she bought was not the log of cookie dough. Oh, I could eat a whole cookie dough log. Not in one sitting. Oh, my teeth are rot out and I'll go blind. But she bought like the flat cookie dough where they're individually already cut for you, because I guess some people are fucking lazy. They just can't cut the log in itself. And when she's holding it there, she's got her hand over this red circle, and quickly she picks it up, and the red circle says, you can make these on your own. Bake your own, cookies or whatever the logo is. She's covering it up. On the package itself, it has a chocolate chip cookie and then a sugar cookie on top of that. So when she opened it up, she's like going, there's only the chocolate chip cookies. There's no football sugar cookie on top. But it says, I think it says somewhere on there, combine the two and make your own football experience. For the fucking hell, I need a lawyer. This is false advertising. Why? It shows 2 cookies on here. Many years ago, there was something called batteries not included, which I guess for a long time now, batteries are included because they're so cheap now. But is that kind of the same? Sugar cookie not included. Sugar cookie not included. Fucking hell. All right, when we come back, one more little segment, and we'll let you get back to doing what you got to do. This woman right here is wanting the DoorDash and all those like Instacarts and stuff to put genders on who's picking up your food. And does she have a point? I think she might have a point about it. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. You can email me at any time if you don't want to go on the Be Heard section over at Prophet Radio. I understand that. A lot of people don't want to listen to their voice. I hate my voice or something like that. You can email me any questions or anything that you have about the show or about what's going on here in the studio. Go to or email me anytime at deacon@prophetradio.com. And if you want to send us pictures or anything like that, you can do that as well. Hey, this is what's going on. I had the same thing happen to me. You could send those pictures to us as well. And what we'll do is we'll pump them into the YouTube video feed, which is kind of cool. that where our other listeners and viewers can watch that as well. Now, my father-in-law, unfortunately, who passed away many years ago, was a school teacher, and he taught up in New York, taught down in Florida. I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida. He taught in Florida for many years as well, and he used to tell me stories of the craziest thing. I think he taught science and I believe social studies. My wife's going to correct me on that, I know. But he was a great teacher. He had his tenure. He did it for many years. It was his passion. He loved teaching children. He was a great teacher. I wish he would have been my teacher growing up as a kid, because he just made things so interesting. And unfortunately, like I said, he passed away several years ago after he retired and whatnot. But one of the things he used to say was he would crop dust the kids, like during test time. If you don't know what a crop dust is, basically you kind of fart and then you walk by a group of people. It doesn't have to be kids. You can do this anywhere in public and stuff. You just fart and kind of walk by a group of people, and you kind of permeate your smell all throughout the whoever's there. And he said he always would say, if there was a kid acting up in class, later on I would crop dust him just to keep him on his toes. So those are the kind of stories that he would tell. But this teacher right now is telling us a story about her class. Hannah Trapino is a first grade teacher at a school that services deaf, hard of hearing, and Jesus Christ. Let's try this again. And this lady right here, Anna Trapino, is a first grade teacher at a school that serves deaf, hard of hearing, and hearing students from birth through 8th grade. Hard of hearing and hearing students. Oh, I guess people that can hear. All right, I got it. Sorry, I'm reading it. I've never heard of a normal student that says hearing, called a hearing student. Anyway, she serves all three. In addition to teaching these unusual or usual subjects, Trapino is charged with helping her students thrive in a society that does not do enough to cater to the needs of the hard of hearing children. Once Trapino had to teach her students about rather a personal topic, passing gas in public. A 6-year-old child farted so loud in the classroom that some of her classmates began to laugh. The child was surprised by the reaction because they didn't know that farts made sound. This created a wonderful and funny teaching moment for Trapino. And she writes on her little topic here, and I'll switch over to camera 4 so you can see this. Today in first grade, one of my deaf children farted loudly in the class, and other students turned and laughed at them. The following is a snippet from a 15-minute conversation that happened entirely in sign language, a language among the group of deaf children, students, and I. So the kid goes, "Why are they looking at me?" Trapino goes, "Because they heard you fart." The kid goes, "What do you mean?" Trapino goes, "Hearing people can hear farts." The kid goes, totally horrified, "Wait, they can hear all our farts?" And the teacher goes, "Well, no, not all farts, but some of them, yes." The child goes, "How do you know what farts they can hear and which farts they can't hear?" The teacher replies, "I don't know how sometimes you can heal or how you can feel your butt move when you fart. But a lot of those can hear it. But if your butt does not move, it's more likely that they didn't hear it." In all caps, the child goes, "Tell them to stop listening to my farts. That is not nice." The teacher replies, "Hearing kids can't stop hearing farts. It just happens." So while the discussion, Trapino and her students thought the conversation was funny, it points out a serious problem faced by the deaf community. I know it starts with farts, but it's a real issue that many of us students aren't able to learn about these things at home or from their peers because they don't have the same logistics and stuff or access. So many of our students don't have families who can sign well enough to explain to them that this incredible isolation for the kids. So the teacher goes, "Hey, we can hear you farting. You can?" "Yes, we can." "Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Oh my God, they can hear all of them?" "Well, not all of them. Just yours, Cynthia." Sorry, Cynthia. Teacher, can I hear my farts? Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. But you can smell them. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you could not hear the farts, let's break this down scientifically, can we? The last little segment of the show. If you're a deaf person, I'm a deaf person, and you can't hear the farts. I can't hear the farts. But you can smell them. Oh, man, something stinks. Why wouldn't you not do it in class? I mean, it's a double sensory overload. You can hear it and you can smell it. God, we have gone way off track here. But so why would if you're a deaf kid and you're sitting in a class with 30 kids or whatever, and you just go, and you're like going, oh, you know what? I don't know if they can hear that or not. I don't care because I can't hear it. But the smell, and you have kids looking at you. What? I didn't do it. Oh, I'm making myself cry here. Oh, jeez. Now, this woman right here is crying in her kitchen because she says that there should be a request gender on an app. Now, it's not for what you think. It's not because I don't want men, I don't want manly men. I don't want, I'm a lesbian. I don't want men picking out my stuff. I'm a gay and I don't want, females picking out my stuff. No, there's a total different approach to why a woman asked grocers apps to include gender options after a guy got 80% of her order wrong. She wants customers to be able to choose the gender of her shopper. All right. So maybe this just happened once, but let's find out what's going on. So if you're not the CEO of DoorDash or Instacart, keep scrolling. This is not for you. It began to clearly frustrate a woman named Sammy. In her TikTok video, which we're going to show here shortly, apparently Sammy had just made a grocery order and her male shopper allegedly gotten 4 out of the 5 items completely wrong. Her case causing her to beg these apps to begin allowing customers to choose the sex of the delivery driver. Is it the sex of the delivery driver? Well, let's find out. I'm begging you to take an update on your apps where I can request a female shopper, she goes on to share in the saga with the baffling mistakes that were made. So I'm going to play this video and you can see this in real time. Go over to YouTube, search DeaconLive Podcast, and you can see this in real time. And we'll dive into her story of why she thinks she would rather have a female shopper than a male shopper. So here we go. Oh, here we go.
Keep scrolling. This is not for you. I am begging you to make an update on your app where I can request a female shopper. I'm going to need that to happen. I put in an order for 5 items. One of these items is what I ordered. Let's go through it together.
Okay.
I ordered a half gallon of store brand milk.
Half gallon.
I got a quarter gallon of Tuscan, and you can't tell me that they didn't have store brand milk because I have never been in there and they have been out of stock of store brand milk. Moving on.
Gotcha.
I ordered a chopped Caesar salad kit. I got the ultimate Caesar salad kit. And I'm not going to lie, I was expecting this because you have to look slightly harder for the chopped Caesar salad kit.
You got a Caesar salad kit. That's close. It's not the same thing, but I mean, all right. It's not too bad. You ordered a gallon of milk. You got a quart of milk. You wanted store brand. You got, national brand. So he didn't get you something ridiculous. Here we go.
And a man would never. He would just pick the one he sees first. I ordered mozzarella pearls. I got a mozzarella log, again, because you have to look slightly harder for the pearls.
But it's still a mozzarella log, right? In my defense, you wanted the pearls. You wanted mozzarella pearls. I got you the mozzarella log.
So, why would he ever? I ordered garlic and herb Land O'Lakes spread. I got butter with canola oil. Awesome.
But it's still butter, and it's a spread. So, it didn't have the garlic on it. Honey, to be a little chauvinistic, honey, you got garlic in the house. You can fix that.
Now I have a 3rd container of butter in my fridge, and I actually messaged him and said, hey, can you just not substitute that one and refund me if you can't find the garlic and herb? Great. And then the one thing I actually ordered specifically was the store brand Italian seasoning. So, yeah, I'm going to need that update to where I can request a female because this is fucking annoying. I just think we should make it to where men cannot be shoppers for Instacart or DoorDash, but that would be discrimination. So, yeah. Normally, I never go through and complain on the DoorDash app because when I was a Dasher, it always fell on the driver and not like the restaurant or whatever. But this was the driver's fault. This was the shopper's fault. So I got a full refund. Fuck you, Ronald. Top shopper, my ass.
What? Ronald, Ronald, what did you do to this woman? Now, she, like I said, she ordered milk, wasn't the right size, got her milk. She ordered a chopped Caesar salad, got the ultimate Caesar salad. Good for her. She's jump into that. All right, the butter was a little off. I understand that. But, I mean, come on. Who was to say that Ronald, I think she called the guy Ronald wasn't in a pickle. He was doing something else. Now, if you get Monica over there, and maybe Monica doesn't give two shits either. Fuck it. My boyfriend cheating on me and stuff, and I got 4 kids at home, and I just got to burn through this, turn and burn and stuff. And then Monica gets you your stuff, and it's all fucked up too. Gender should not have any difference between the two. And yes, it is kind of, separatist and stuff when you start doing that. But I can understand it. I can understand a guy, maybe you just take it all out of altogether. I order something, person, user 1234 is getting your order. And that person is a 5-star, 4-star, whatever. If you get enough wrong orders, Ronald's going to go away. If it's person 1234, it's the luck of the draw. If they got 5, 6 stars or whatever the star count is, fine, by all means. So there you go. There's another way to get through it instead of doing the gender thing, because both parties can fuck up. Believe me, both parties can fuck up. All right, guys, if you enjoy the show, make sure you follow us over on YouTube. That's DeaconLive podcast over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe over there. Check out all the other content we have over there. And also on TikTok, you can follow us at B Podcast Famous. You can see all the different podcasts that come out of this studio over at Prophet Radio or on Prophet Radio. Go to TikTok, search B Podcast Famous. Make sure you follow us over there. You can see all the shenanigans that goes on here behind the scenes. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you got to do. My name is Deacon, saying goodnight and goodnight.
Wait, come back.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Everybody, it's fucking freezing, but I got a heater right here because it's snowing outside. See you later, guys. Bye.